From never-ending workouts
Oh, what does this happening? Actually, it's not really.
to roasting battles,
I'm in a d.
Wow.
being a part of the Devilish show may be like second nature to the cast, but it also comes with sacrifice. And by the end of this video, you'll find out which cast member wanted to refuse her role.
Watch this.
If there's one person who was born for her role, it is without a doubt Lesley Ann Brandt. From the looks of it, Lesley and Mazikeen have zero in common, or so we thought. Being a pure ball of sunshine with nothing even remotely evil in her, Lesley Ann never treated the bounty hunter as a heartless demon. The truth is, when preparing for the role, Lesley relied heavily on the main thing they had in common: feeling like you don't belong. Born in Cape Town and raised in New Zealand, Brandt felt alienated living in the US, just like the otherworldly creature Maze. But nothing drew Lesley more to the series than her fighting obsession. In fact, the reason why there are so many battle sequences in the series is because Brandt requested them. The actress insisted on performing complicated stunt work and adding more gore with every new season.
I want more fights.
You want more fight scenes.
Like 300 blood splatter on the lens.
Beware of Lesley Ann's abilities to kick anyone's ass. To emulate demonic strength and omnipotence, Lesley learned martial arts and practiced it religiously. She even took her practice blades home. The star's commitment to Lucifer was so big, not even pregnancy could stop her from filming. In season 2, Brandt was several months in and still did most of her own stunts in the bloody fight with Lucifer. And just a month and a half after giving birth, Brandt was ready to return to take promo photos. The actress was not ready to go back to the set, but she did it anyway. Lesley worked out daily, polishing stunt sequences and breastfeeding her baby Kingston in between takes. If that's not the definition of badass, I don't know what is. Lesley did not just play her character, she was her character. Contrary to Lesley, some cast members actually hated their roles at first. It might come as a surprise, but Rachel Harris, our beloved therapist, was not feeling her role. Now that the show is over, Harris spilled a little confession about her initial casting reaction. Dreaming of becoming a dramatic actress, the Lucifer star did not even want to audition for the black comedy when her agent offered it to her.
You should do comedy. And I literally was like, how dare you?
Ironically, it became a game changer for her career as an actress, but it wasn't all rainbows and butterflies shooting the show. Despite portraying a composed therapist, Harris revealed she once went full Christian Bale on set. It happened back in Vancouver, when Rachel had just returned to filming after the birth of her son.
I had the mother of all
You really
meltdowns
had
one
meltdown?
son.
The actress admitted she was barely surviving at that point. Sleep deprivation, shooting, and taking care of a newborn took a toll on her mental health. Rachel reached her boiling point and snapped at the crew. Don't worry, no series members were hurt during this meltdown. If you met Rachel in person, you would know the actress is the most loving and empathetic member of the cast, to the point where she cannot even watch the brutal scenes in the show, let alone portray someone who hurts another person. The only reason why Harris was able to watch the bits with Lucifer's devil face in it was because she knew it was Tom underneath it. How sweet is that? Unlike his co-star, Kevin Alejandro was not new to the genre. The actor who portrays Detective Dan has already played some version of law enforcement 8 times. Yet for this series, Kevin decided to make his performance more realistic by buffing up. Boy, was that a struggle. His 6-day-a-week high-intensity training was absolutely dreadful at first, but the results were worth it. When Kevin came back to shoot season 2, the writers did not even recognize the actor and had to write his transformation into the show. The actor revealed he's had to diet a lot ever since to maintain his shape. Did you know that Dan's biggest enemy was not actually Lucifer, but the peanut butter cups on the set? Every time Kevin passed the snack table, he would down one, which gave him an immediate guilt trip. Not only that, to maintain his physique, Alejandro set up a mini gym in his trailer and would work out every single lunch break. He is by far the most high-maintenance character of all, don't you think? Instead of becoming an object of admiration for his tenacity, Kevin was teased by Aimee Garcia a lot. The actress who plays Ella Lopez had no intention of keeping up with any workout routine or food restrictions.
Ask me who my personal trainer is.
Who's your personal trainer?
You're looking
Aimee
at
Garcia?
her.
But when it comes to acting, Garcia puts all jokes aside. It was dubbed the darkest moment on the show when the actress was filming her really disturbing scene with Alexander Cook. Acting out being choked by a murdering sociopath became a traumatizing experience for both the cast and the crew. Aimee came in prepared to put her whole self in the scene, and at some point, she realized they took it too far. The stars enacted the script so realistically that Aimee ended up bruised all over her body, while the crew felt like they had PTSD afterwards. When the shoot was over, the writer Chris Rafferty was just bawling, and Aimee revealed that the shock wiped out any recollection of the scene itself. That was far from what Garcia signed up for initially. A bubbly and geeky crime investigator and Latina scientist was a dream job for Aimee. The actress was proud to represent what you don't see on screen much: women in STEM. It was the first thing that got her really excited, plus her character's sense of humor and dorkiness.
And I literally cried a little bit because I thought, wow, I feel so lucky that when I was little, there wasn't a Latina scientist on TV.
For Garcia, it was a rewarding experience to portray a multidimensional character, something we cannot say about the Amenadiel actor. D.B. Woodside, who played the Warrior Angel, had no idea what his character was doing. The actor admitted it took him several seasons to even figure out if he was a good or a bad guy. Having been in the industry for more than 20 years, Woodside admitted Amenadiel was by far the most confusing and complex character he's ever played.
Every season, he was a different person, you know? And I don't think I really understood who this guy was.
Hopefully there was something the actor loved about getting into his role. Oh, sure there was. Being a professional athlete in the past, DB had no shame showing off his body. Thanks to the writers, the star did not have to do any insane workout routine or diet, and stuck to his regular outfits and angelic robes most of the time.
I will eat and drink whatever the fuck I want.
That's the spirit. And yet there is one star whose bum broke the nudity limit of the show.
Oh dear. I've worn my orgy pants to work, haven't I?
The devilish Tom Ellis felt no shame whatsoever goofing around on set. It took the actor reading the first 3 pages of the script to completely fall in love with the role, and it shows. Not an obvious role choice, considering Tom's dad, uncle, and sister are all pastors.
It's a bit cheeky.
Did you know that originally Ellis decided to try out for the role with an American accent?
And I did, and he just sounded like a
Luckily for us, it didn't make the final cut. The Welsh actor interpreted Lucifer as some sort of Oscar Wilde character with a mix of Mick Jagger style, and that's how the posh, camp British accent came about.
3 years at drama school for this shit.
In a way, Lucifer's singing abilities were never part of the original script either.
Just sort of happened by accident.
And Tom's karaoke nights with the crew are to blame. If it wasn't for one drunken hangout in Vancouver, the showrunner would have never known that the actor can sing. You might think that Ellis just accepts any writer's idea that's thrown at him. And you would be correct. The original comic writer based the devil's look on the legendary David Bowie. So the fact that Tom ended up with only a bit of black eye pencil is actually a mystery.
Devil's getting his lashes done.
In season 2, Ellis decided to show up on set with full-on Cleopatra makeup to prank the crew. Now with 6 seasons completed, we can say Tom has definitely pulled off the look with no complaints, unlike his co-star over here.
Fucking balls and fucking balls and balls and fuck the balls and the balls.
The always put together Chloe Decker has literally no resemblance to the real-life Lauren German, which only proves German is a true chameleon.
I'm a detective.
The actress's biggest challenge was being serious in her takes.
Sorry. Not anymore.
Good, I wanted to stop anyway.
The world's just gone tumbling down around your ears.
Now, when you think of it, it explains a lot about how Lauren and Tom managed to have such an uncanny friendship without having a single chemistry read before the shoot.
Just happened that we both have, the maturity level of a 5-year-old.
Although that might be the reason, Lauren could get a medal for the highest number of takes ruined by cracking up at the jokes. So it's hard to believe that Kevin Alejandro thought Lauren was a diva. The actor could not understand why German took so long to deliver her scenes, only to find out that the star simply didn't remember any lines or directions.
Give me your gun.
Okay.
Put it on the floor.
Okay.
And your phone.
Fuck. Where's my phone?
It's in our pocket, sorry.
Dealing with crime legislature lingo, Lauren did not understand a lot in her script. Luckily for her, Tom Ellis was always there learning both parts and roasting German for it.
I think if an actor doesn't know their lines, it's
Yeah.
disgusting.
It's hard for fans to face the end of the show, but even harder for the cast to part ways with their besties. No wonder it was such emotional turmoil for Tom and Lauren to get through their last take.
When they yelled cut and it was the last cut of the show, I think Tom and I just went into this hug and like mutually started cry hugging.
We could not imagine a more suitable cast for the Lucifer show. Can you? If you're not ready to say goodbye to your favorite characters just yet, try testing your knowledge of the show with this hilarious quiz for true Lucifer stans. And as always, stay awesome.